Yo, what is going on, people, and welcome back to another tutorial. Today we're on episode 3 and I'm going to be teaching you guys how to be able to make it so you can place the barrel like you would do with the other barrels. We're also going to give it some inventory space so you'll be able to place your weapons and all that good stuff in there. You did hit the likes of 20 likes, which made me happy, so here you go. Here's episode 3. So if you guys are carrying on from last video, maybe it's weeks later from when I've recorded this, then you won't need to do this. But for you guys that have come from 3 days ago, what you need to do is you need to re-head over to Steam, go to Tools, and open up your DayZ tools. And then yet again, you have to do this every time you restart your PC. You need to go to Tools and mount your P drive, and now this will create your P drive, and that's where all your project folders go. Now, we're going to do the simple method firstly. So, this is literally going to be, you go up to an object, you can pick the object up, and it's going to have inventory space. Now, there's different ways of changing the inventory space, but this way is not like a base building way or the way you would do with the normal barrel. You know, it doesn't come up with like a hologram, let's say, before you place it. This is literally a pick up, it's in your hands, drop on the floor, it's on the floor, and it's inventory space. Now, I'm sorry if you can hear some noises in the background. I've got my windows open, alright, and it's red hot. So, what we want to do is we want to head over to the folder and find, you know, the root folder to what mod we created. So our mod was ML Blue Barrel. Perfect. Now we're going to open up the config, and as you can see, this is what we had from before. Now I'm going to give you some code in the description in a paste bin, and I want you to highlight these parts here. So there might be 3 for you, there might be 2, there might just be 1. I want you to highlight it and paste this new code in there. Now I am going to explain to you what this stuff does. Now, I might not be 100% on this, but basically the item size, if I am correct, is what it takes up in your storage. So if you were to get an object and put it in your character, that's what the item size does. And then the cargo size is basically the storage inside the actual object itself. Now, at the moment, I have it set up so I've got 400 slots in my object. So these numbers you can change to what you want. Normally what you do here is you have a small number, and then this one is normally doubled, tripled, or whatever you want. And obviously this is the same. It's the amount of storage that you've got inside there. Now what you want to do is you want to actually have a new one of these classes. So we're going to paste that here. And we're going to have to use an inventory class now. So let me go and get the inventory class. So now I've got it. It's the inventory underscore class. So what you want to do is you're going to, on this new line here, you want to place it. So inventory underscore base. And then we're going to place it here. Now you only need to display this once, okay? So if you have 50 objects with inventory base, you don't need to have this every time. This is just once. You can even put a space here if you would like, just to leave it like that. Now, some of you guys might be making wooden boxes, and then there's a special wooden box class also for that. And it goes on DayZ stuff, but we're just making an inventory object here. So we're going to paste it here and here. Now we can actually save this object, because this is perfect. Remember, you can edit these, it doesn't matter. We're going to head back over to Add-on Builder. And we're going to select all our details here. This is going to be blurred out because it's a private project. And if you can have banner eyes on, and then we are going to click Pack. Yes. And then we're going to wait for this to do, and then we're going to hop in game, and I'll show you what the end result is. So now, once it's packed, you obviously need to make sure that your add-on builder is set up correctly. I've done that in the previous videos. Now we're going to open up DayZ again. And once DayZ's open, we're going to go to mods, And if you don't already have the mod loaded, you guys should actually have the mod already loaded if you are following on from previous videos. But maybe you've already made your own mod and you've just started watching this straight away. You're going to click plus mod and then you're going to find your mod. Now I'm going to have to do a lot of blurring here and it's upsetting, but hey. So if you've just followed the tutorial, basically what this is going to happen is you're going to search in for your mod. So ours is the barrel. Here we go. Ground. Now the barrel is a bit big, but obviously that's to do with scaling and we can all do that. So as you can see, 0 out of 400, if I were to place that in there, then obviously it fills up. And now when we place this, as you can see, we've got it picked up. Now obviously it's not set up for it to actually be in someone's hand, and the collision is you are going to go through the collision because that's just DayZ for you. But you can pick it up, you can puncture the barrel, so this will be good if you want to wear boxing gloves like this for some reason. But yeah, you can place all your items in there, and this is basically the basic way. Also what we'll be doing will be the advanced stuff like this, where it flickers because it's stupid, but there you go, we can place stuff like that. And then this bug is just DayZ offline mode being DayZ offline mode. So now we are going to make it like a base building object. It's basically the more advanced way. Now I'm going to link the guy's profile, someone called ZMag. He actually helped me out with this code because for some reason it wasn't working for me, but he helped me out. He's a good scripter, so I'll leave one of his mods in the description below. Go and check him out. So we need to head over to the mod folder, which is blue barrel for us. You might have something different, obviously. We're going to create a new folder called scripts, and that's basically the only new folders that you're going to need to be creating. Now I want you to head over to config.cpp, and as you can see, this is what your barrel should currently look like. Now, in the description below, you are going to be provided with these files, these base building ones, not the other ones. So, the base building ones, what you need to do is you need to get the CFG mods. It'll already be in for you, but if you are following my tutorial and you are doing it for another mod and you don't want to download my stuff, basically this is what you do. So you paste it in there, and where this class is up at the top, you need to replace it here. So if this is called test, this needs to be called test as well, but mine is ML blue barrel. So let me replace all these again, and where the directory is here, it needs to be your folder name. So as you can see, ML_blue barrel, we've got that sorted. Now the picture is obviously that little logo. If you join DayZ with the normal DayZ start engine and you actually join, then you've got your normal logo there. You have your name here, so ML blue barrel module. This is what you can put, whatever you want there, you can put there. You obviously put your name for author, and then the author ID is from Steam. Now, some of you might be saying to me, Matthew, well, we've got no other folders in the scripts folder here. What we're going to be using is we're going to be using the 4world one today, but you don't actually need 3 game and 5 mission. They're just in there because they want to be in there. Now, if you don't want them to be in there, what you can do is you can remove, let's say you don't want mission. You can remove mission, but you can't leave this comma here. You must remove this comma or the script won't carry on. Because if it's like that, it breaks. So basically, make sure that if you ever do delete anything, make sure that the comma is not there. So that's perfect. Obviously it ends, there's a comma. Make sure that these paths are correct. So make sure that you've got your file format here, so your file name here. Then say if you've got, this is your tag, then another folder, then you've got scripts. Obviously you put another slash there and for these. And then save that. Now inside scripts, make a new folder called 4world. I did lie earlier when I said there's going to be no other folders. And then we're going to create a new text file called barrel scripted class. And then here we need to delete the .txt version and we need to make it a .c. Perfect, yes. Now what you need to do is you need to edit this in any editing software, and I'll also have this file in here for you to download in the description down below in a WinRAR. But it'll look something like this. Class land underscore ml tutorial barrel underscore color base. Now you can probably work out what this part here is. This part here is if we go to our config, as we can see here, it says land underscore ml tutorial barrel. So whatever your config class name is here, it must be the same here. Now what we need to do is we need to add an extra line here, put class space barrel underscore color base. Now I'd like to pause this video here. As you can see in the video that I missed out a comma here. Make sure that you place that comma here. For all of these, you need to make sure that you have one of these commas. Now what this calls, this is basically calling the barrel from DayZ, if you want to call it that way. It's calling the barrel. Sometimes if you want to make a wooden box, like in my mod, I've got a cooler and it calls wooden box instead of house no destruct. So I'll show you that. So as you can see here, we've got some custom classes here. We've got house no destruct, inventory base, container base, wooden crate, torch, and long torch. Now, because we are not having any static objects in this, because we want the barrel to actually move, we can delete this or we can keep it. It does not matter. Now, if you are making a new model, you don't do this. You only need to have these classes displayed once at the top. So if you were to copy it again and make a new model, that's what it would look like here. But we're going to delete this colon. There we go. And save that. Now we want the scope to be scope 2. And then we can save that. And then where it says barrel underscore color base here, we want it to be barrel underscore color base as well. So this basically is telling it, and this is calling it. So it's if you were to have house no destruct here, it'd be static and it wouldn't do the barrel options. So we're going to keep it as barrel there. Now what we need to do is we need to open up DayZ Tools and then head over to Object Builder. And we are going to be opening up the barrel P3D. Here we go. So now as you can see, we have our lovely barrel P3D. We're going to head over to the geometry. And what you guys need to do is you need to make sure that when you go to window, you have named properties enabled. What we're going to do now is something maybe in the corner or somewhere will pop up and it'll say property name. We want to right click, new, and where it says name, we want to make auto center. And in the value, we want to have 0, so 0. Then we want to have a new one called class. And we want it to be the same as in the config here. So we're going to go to the config, we're going to scroll down, and as you can see it says barrel color base. Minimize this, hop onto this, and then in the value we want it to be barrel underscore color base. Now remember, I'm reminding you again, make sure that you're in the geometry section for this. Now create another one called map, and underneath it put the value building. Click OK. Save this. Make sure it's saved. Perfect. Now what you can do is, as you may know, that the barrel is too big. We know that the barrel is too big. So you can go over to the scale, and if you click apply to all LODs and we put, let's say 0.5, I think that's a good value. 0.5, 0.5, 0.5 and OK, and as you can see it shrank. This is going to be a lot better for us, and we're going to save this. Now once we've saved it, we can close Object Builder down, head over to DayZ Tools, Add-on Builder, and then we can repack our map. So make sure that it's set up with all these directories. This goes to your P drive source. We've already done this twice, and then this goes to your output folder. You can have binarized enabled. That's so people can't actually like get into your model, but I'm not going to do it because I'm not publishing this mod, and I want you guys to actually get inside of this. So we're going to click pack, yes, okay. Now we're going to launch up DayZ. So now what you want to do, now you're inside DayZ offline mode, you can press Y or B and then search in the class name of your barrel. So mine is Matthew land_ml_tutorial barrel. So tut, there we go, ground, and as you can see here we have the lovely barrel. Now you can't pick up the barrels when you've got a gun in your hand, so we're going to go over to it. F to hold. Obviously we'd make this a lot bigger, well not a lot, but we'd make it fit in the hands. You could actually move the barrel around to fit in the hands with Object Builder. You guys know how to move things around in Object Builder, I've already taught you that, but I'd probably make this a bit bigger, and I'd also move it to the right, and then it'd be perfect. But once you've picked up the barrel, you can click, hold the click down, perfecto. Now this bug here where you can see that the arms are still in the same position, that's to do with DayZ offline mod, it's nothing to do with your mod. I've opened the barrel, let's see if we can place some of our items inside of it. A magazine, perfect. A glove, perfect. Jacket, perfect. Thank you guys for watching this tutorial. I don't know what I should do next, please let me know. I've obviously know a lot of people that can help me out with other mods, so if you are interested, maybe let's say how to make some weapons or magazines, do leave me a like. Let's say if we get 20 plus likes, we'll maybe do something on weapons or something along the lines of that. It won't be anything advanced, but it'll be a start for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got somewhere. I can't wait to see your mods. Adios, amigos. Leave a subscription, please.